And I've also just mentioned the well-known poet Lebo Mashile, also paying tribute to Mama Winnie, Madikizela-Mandela's legacy. And she joins us now on the set of Newsday. And while Shahan was talking to us, and welcome, you were saying that it's difficult to digest. I mean, 81 these days isn't that old in the bigger scheme of things, is it?
And we had Mandela into his 90s. So I think there was also the sense that Winnie, because there was still so much life in her, and because there was such a fire in her throughout her life, there was the sense that she was eternal. And because I think she's such a seminal figure in the formation of our understanding of this country, of myself as a black woman, as an African woman, I feel like a part of my identity is broken, you know, is shifting, and it's been a hard year. I mean, the year started with Korapetso Khositsile, Brahu, and now this. It's like, what's going on?
I think everyone needs to take a collective deep breath. You know, Lebo, we bandy this word icon about very gratuitously often. Maybe let's pull that word back if we can. In your understanding, in what way was she an icon? Try and give some words to that description if you can.
I think in order to construct who Winnie Madikizela-Mandela was, you would have to take probably about 10 historical figures to make sense of how big she is. You'd have to take Sarah Baartman and Queen Nzinga and Marilyn Monroe and Angela Davis and Steve Biko and put all of these people together to make sense of what her contribution is and what she represents in the minds and in the hearts of the people. She's that big, and I think it becomes difficult to analyze, even as an artist. You know, I've written about her, but her spirit is so big that anything that you say about her, she looms larger than it, you know? And that's what it truly means to be.
Let's take one portion of her life if we can. She was also a figure, a towering figure of strength within the feminist movement. You tweet a little bit earlier today, let the mainstream Western media's depiction of Winnie Mandela be a lesson to black women everywhere to be the custodians, you write, of our own memory, because through racist and sexist eyes, we will either be monsters or invisible. That's a very powerful piece of prose.
With a nice little expletive that you left out at the end.
Because this is we're not going with the expletive.
It's okay. It's okay.
What are you saying though?
I wrote that on the heels of an article that was posted by Reuters, where they said, you know, they spoke about the death of Winnie Mandela from mother of the nation to mugger, and I was infuriated by that. And I just realized how relentless racism and sexism are. That even the same forces that sought to trample her while she was alive are now seeking to trample her memory and canonize her as a monster. And she means so much more than whatever her flaws were. And it's also interesting that we allow male leaders to be flawed. You know, F.W. de Klerk never testified at the TRC. He's one of the highest paid speakers in this country. He has a Nobel Prize. You know, nobody throws his flaws in his face every time he appears on television. How many philandering presidents have we had? How many leaders have we had who've killed people? We understand the complexity of men, and we allow them their greatness in spite of their flaws.
So what do particularly young, often vulnerable, very marginalized young women need to take from her life?
Woo, that the war on us and on our bodies and on our memories is relentless, and that means that we also have to be committed lifelong to the work of not just recording our own stories, but recording the stories of our mothers, of our grandmothers, of the women who have influenced us and impacted our lives. Because without that, it means that our legacies are left in the hands of people who hate us. Literally. And what does that mean for the black women who will come after us? It means that they're going to grow up and have to fight the same struggles. The fact that this woman existed means that I get to move in a South Africa where I have a voice, and that means that I have to use that voice.
And may you continue to do so as well. Always grateful when you pop in. Thank you very much indeed.
Talking to you. Thank you.
Poet Lebo Mashile with us here on Newsday.